Hey, Scorpio. All right, so we have Temperance and then we have the Five of Pentacles. So basically, bottom line, this is telling me have patience, especially around your money and income. So I'd have to ask some of you Scorpios, because this does not feel like, of course, it's for all of you. There's many different Scorpios born different days, different times, different minutes. But for some of you, either there's been a lot of expenses lately. It could be you're traveling. It could be that you've had to buy new appliances. It could be your car repair. You've had to buy a car. It could be a lot of expenses. The universe is saying, have patience, because there is an expense coming up for you. Or maybe you know about it and you're going to have the work done or whatever you need done, but you are getting help. I mean, see, this guy's on his crutches here and he has bandages on and his foot's in a wrap, but there is help to move on to what would be the Six of Pentacles. And the Six, of course, is the generosity card. So it might be too that you are loaning someone money. That might be the other side of the coin, that say a child or a parent or a friend needs a loan, and that's where you come into play. So it could be either one of those circumstances depending on which Scorpio you are. And remember, this reading is for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising. So as always, watch your moon and rising signs. This Temperance card is basically just saying, remember, there is a balance to life. So if things seem overwrought or more things are going on in your life, more situations than usual, go with the flow on it as much as possible. Okay, interesting, Scorpio. We have two swords cards. We have the Seven of Swords and we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so I'll just tell you the typical meaning of each of the cards and then we'll talk about this. The Seven of Swords is usually someone who takes ideas from others. The typical, when you think of thief or, that kind of thing. Now, the swords, remember, are our mental thinking, our concerns, our worries, our thoughts, so forth, so on. Where the pentacles are about our money and our health. This could be about health too, just FYI. So any of you all that are having issues, I feel like you're going to get help. Definitely promises your mental clarity and your thinking process to be pronounced. It might be that someone at work, you had a great idea for the group that you work with, and someone took it from you or claimed it, and you're like, wait a minute, but that was my idea, or you're thinking it anyway. He's turning around and he's facing this Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords talks about love lost, thinking about someone who we love, that relationship's no longer there. It could be a romantic partner, it could be a spouse, it could be a child, or it could be a parent, it could be just someone that there was once love, and it just feels like there's daggers through it now. Now, usually this does indicate a romantic relationship, but there's a heart. So for me, it feels like it could be someone you've loved. Well, it's very interesting, these two sword cards, which, how do I want to say this, are not the most positive sword cards, but they always indicate what needs to be or what can be changed. So let's take a look at it. This falls below this Pentacle card. So for you Scorpios that have had issues in relationships and finance, that's really what we're looking at right now. Relationships of the broadest kind, whatever relationship. Again, and then your money issues. So I think that's why now when I look at the first card, I'm thinking it's a major arcana, it's the Temperance, it's the Patience card, and that's why the universe is giving you that message is, don't worry, these hiccups that you have going on, stay balanced, stay focused. Interesting, Scorpio. I will say that, and I love you guys. I love you, Scorpios, and I've gotten a few comments of before from one or two of you that, I was harsh, but every sign, they get good cards, they get bad cards. These are typically more caution cards. Let's just say that instead of really positive cards. But life always has positivity. So I feel like this is more of a caution reading. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's take a look at the crystal for Scorpio and see what all comes up for you. What comes up for Scorpio? Okay, so I'm seeing someone around you that's kind of, I guess you'd say, quote unquote, heavy-handed. It's interesting. And again, I'm not trying to be negative, but I feel like I'm looking at this visual. I feel like it could be an archetype, or it could be actually heavy-handed, like they're just sort of a gruff, almost sort of physically mean person. Now, again, that's only going to be for a few of you. For some of you, I feel they're heavy-handed in their approach, and you just want to say, hey, and I'm doing my hands like a timeout, feeling. And this could be anybody from a friend who's saying something to a sibling, to a spouse, and it doesn't have to be as harsh as it sounds. I'm just feeling like they're, maybe verbally being overly extensive. Verbally overly extensive. Does that make sense? It does to me. Okay, so let's see what else comes up for you all. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Hold on. Gosh, I'm looking for a totem animal and seeing what... Okay, so some of you going out at night, or taking the night time for retreat, taking the night time for meditation, doing your thinking, possibly planning behind the scenes. So if you're thinking, this would be an example. So if you're thinking about quitting a job, or quitting a group or whatever, you have something else you're thinking about getting into or doing yourself. It's almost like you're using the nighttime to really refresh, relax, but also there's some creative juices that come up during this time. So that's awesome. So you might want to, light candles, do whatever you do to get those juices flowing. All right, Scorpio, let's see what else is there. If there's a totem animal for you. I've seen... this would be more like a coyote. I've gotten this before, and so you may... it's a coyote with a bird flying above him, and this bird is being very elusive, like, you're not going to catch me. It could actually be... it's a long animal. It looks like a coyote, possibly a cat. I know there are two different looks, but I'm just seeing both of them. And this bird is being very elusive. It's sort of funny. So you may have, you may be around coyotes, or you may have a cat that likes to chase birds, and it's, they just like to chase birds, as we know cats do. And it's fun to watch sometimes. All right, you all too may want to look up or Google coyotes and just see if they resonate with you at all. Anything about them. Also cats. I mean, a lot of you may have cats, but I'm just saying, wow, it's both. It's both, Scorpio. All right, my friends, I hope this reading was of benefit to you. There's just some, some glitches that sometimes in life we have. I don't feel like it's the whole... every day, all day, the whole month. I just feel like, again, this is a caution reading of something about your finances is coming up, and then something about you're needing to get past some this could be heartbreak, definitely could be heartbreak. And this could be someone who's cheating. I'll just say that, cheating in any way, form, fashion that you can think of. Okay, stay patient. Be kind to each other. Be well. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.